Hello everyone, welcome to e-learning at Virtual CC. My name is Elson, 我是永辉, and beside me I have our teacher Simon. Together with us, we have a lot of bottles. Alright, 那我在想这么多瓶子我们要做什么东西，我也是搞不懂了。It's like wizard, you know, trying to create some concoction. So we will ask Simon why he has so many things. Alright, so Simon, what are we actually doing today? Are you going to teach us something with all these things?
Yes, so for today's class, we're going to talk about your DIY natural moisturizers. We can use many different types of carrier oils extracted from plants. So many of them are from nuts.
DIY 自己做保湿霜、美容护肤品这些东西呢，可以自己做。So it's very interesting and curious. I can do all this by myself.
Yes,
so
you
why
can.
would I do by myself? It's so convenient. I just go Guardian or whatever, or different places lah. You know, Watson, or even skincare brand. You know, they're all around the world. Everyone making skincare. Why I want to have the hassle of doing it by myself?
Yes,
Why?
because it's actually very interesting. So you can take back control.
Okay.
You can decide what goes into your product. Which you can do your own research in Google and find out which oils you prefer for your skin. Then you can really customize it to your needs.
Okay, so 我们为什么要自己做这些护肤保湿霜呢？是因为我们要知道自己皮肤是怎么样的，那我们就可以自己去制作，对我们皮肤是最好。It's customization that's very very important. We have all different skin types.
Correct.
Some types are like what? Dry skin.
Dry skin, sensitive skin.
Sensitive skin.
Yeah, combination, oily skin, combination skin.
Alright, so something like that 啦。So 我们皮肤都是不一样，脸上也不一样。有些人皮肤是比较干的，有些是非常的油腻。我的皮肤就有时也是非常的油腻，外面可能干，里面非常的油腻。那The problem with oily skin a lot of time is because that we don't have enough moisture in our skin, and then that's why our skin produce excess sebum. Is that correct?
Correct.
Something like that. Yeah, so when we have oily skin, right, we think that it's because our skin already produce a lot of oil, I don't need to moisture it anymore. But the reason why our skin is producing excessive oil, the fact is that there is not enough moisture, and that's why it's producing oil. But the thing about producing excess oil is that it clogs our pores. And it clogs our pores, it gets inflamed, we get pimple and acne problems. Is that correct, Simon?
Correct.
Yeah, so doing this is very important to not just be able to understand our skin type, but to really create something that works for us more than just for our skin. I see a lot of essential oil.
Correct.
So the scent also will help.
Yes,
Yeah?
the scent and particular health benefits, so it depends on what type of skin you have. So let's say you have very sensitive skin and you need something to calm it. Lavender would be a good oil to try. Do you want to let you try?
Yeah, can I have a sniff of?
Sure.
So 很多不同的香精油的味道，那个香味我们闻了，有些人比较喜欢 lavender， 有些人喜欢 eucalyptus， 很像鼻子不舒服。I always have sinus problem. A lot of us have sinus problem. But eucalyptus is very good. A lot of health benefits.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
All natural ingredient. Everything is natural, so you don't need to worry for preservatives or whatnot.
Yes. This is a smelling strip, so it helps you appreciate the aroma better.
I can already smell it actually.
Because it's very concentrated, right? It's 100% pure and natural.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if
Very
I
interesting.
take
It's from
this-
France.
Oh, it's from France.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a lot of France stuff. So if I take this and put on my skin directly, is it good or no good for my skin?
Yes. So because they are so concentrated, we always advise our clients and customers to always dilute in a carrier oil. And that's why the carrier oils has additional vitamins A, E, and a lot of good stuff so they can nourish your skin.
Okay, so you see, a lot of us think that essential oil is good, right? Then we put hantam everything, right? But then it's too strong for the skin.
Correct.
Then it creates especially sensitive skin.
Correct.
Yeah, then it becomes problem. You get
Rashes, redness.
and all that.
Yes.
So there's this thing called carrier oil. What is carrier oil? It fused with this, is it?
Carrier oils are actually extracted from nuts. So for example, we have almond oil from the almond nut. We also have shea nut butter. So the reason why you have different butters and oils is the melting point. So if you have a product with a higher melting point, you will see it in a solid form.
Okay.
So shea nut is from Africa. Yeah, so it's very interesting.
So shea nut 从非洲来的，我们有杏仁的油 and all this carrier oil, what it does is it all have different benefits that we have, is it? Let me talk about one or two of them. So we have almond. What are some of the benefits of almond?
Because of our hot weather, most of us don't prefer very sticky oils, but we remember, like he said, we need to nourish our skin. So almond oil is very fast absorbing and very light on the skin.
Okay.
So you can moisturize and don't feel uncomfortable.
Yes. I don't like also. 我不喜欢黏黏的太厚的东西. You apply already, you feel like there's a coat there. You know, it's very uncomfortable. So almond oil is a good one for our humidity.
Yeah.
在新加坡呢，我们非常炎热，所以用杏仁的油呢非常好，因为它很快吸收 ，it absorbs very quickly. It's very light on the skin. So I can choose almond oil. It's easily absorbed.
Yes.
Then I fuse it with whatever essential oil that I want.
Yes.
And then I'll be able to use it really.
Correct.
Okay, let's talk about another thing. So this is for skin. Can I use almond oil for my face?
Almond oil, yes, you can. So some of the oils that we use, right, are actually good for the skin, but we wouldn't recommend those thicker oils. Like example, shea nut butter. So if it's too thick, you will have comedones, pimples. Your pores will be clogged.
Okay, so like shea nut butter, if too much is too oily, then my skin will get clogged. So are you shea butter for which part of the body?
More for your body, and actually for our elderly, because they become frail, their skin becomes very weak. So you need to nourish it with more oils.
And it's moisturizing.
Yes.
Yeah, so people always say anti-aging as you start to age. Maybe you need to use cream or butter.
Something thicker to protect your skin.
Exactly. 所以年纪比较大的朋友啊，还是年纪比较大，我们要多保水，保充那个水分呢，我们就可以用这些东西。shea nut butter is very very good。那些油比较厚度比较高的。就比较好，因为它就比较有多水分，它锁住我们的水分。So for those of us who are older or you want to buy, you see, you know, every time when I see grandma and her skin is start to grow older, right, it becomes very wrinkly. You know, then I feel sad. Oh, aging is real. But sometimes we really want to love our grandparents, right? Now you know that you can use thick butter, not at home that kind of butter, right?
No.
Don't anyhow take butter. You know, take thick nut butter and then you mix it up nicely and it's customized and it's very sweet for nenek, for nanai, for grandma. You know, and they really will be able to get better skin. They don't feel too dry and itchy.
Correct.
Yeah, and that's very very good. So if we talk about body oil now, we talk about almond being. If I want to say hair, a lot of people in our weather we get frizzy hair.
Yes.
Yeah. So in our weather, a lot of Singaporeans say I like to travel elsewhere because my hair looks the best. Yeah. And the thing is, if we can moisturize our hair properly, right, it can actually also look good.
Yes.
Yeah, so what oil is a good carrier for hair?
One oil that's very commonly used is argan oil. It's very nourishing for your hair. So after 2 weeks of using it, people actually report that it's very thick. The hair becomes very thick.
Jojoba. Sorry,
argan.
Yes. Argan oil.
Yes.
Argan oil is very very good. Can I get a sniff of it? Does it have a scent?
It doesn't have any scent.
Oh, no scent. I try to sniff a bit.
Maybe I can show you
Sure.
the thickness and the color.
Yes, please.
Yes.
So we can have a look. So this is argan oil. Argan oil is always from Morocco.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this one, yes, is from Morocco.
Okay.
So you can see it's quite clear and it's very viscous, good for using for your personal care.
So for hair, body also can?
No, so for the body, there are so many other oils you can experiment
So argan
with.
is always good for hair lah.
Yeah, but people also use it for their face, hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So today we're going to learn a lot of all this. I think there's so much that we're going to learn. And just have a look. This is argan oil.
Why don't you try a little drop on your hand?
Alright, the consistency for this, you will call it light or heavy?
Light.
Light, huh?
Yeah.
I don't have the best hand, but we just make do,
Come,
okay?
have you?
So I spread. There's no scent, right? Because
No.
it's a carrier oil,
Yes.
right? In this comparison to almond.
You'll find that actually argan is slightly thicker.
Oh, okay. So this just now I talked about jojoba because I see the word jojoba here. What's jojoba oil?
Okay, jojoba oil is a very effective protection against the elements. It forms a waxy surface to protect you.
Oh, so it's a bit thicker lah.
Slightly only. It's not too bad. It's actually very popular in Singapore.
Oh, okay. So we have, if I will rank it, almond is the lightest, then argan, then jojoba,
Yeah.
and then butter. The shea nut butter.
Based on these four, yes,
we got others lah.
Yeah.
Okay, so today specifically, what are we going to learn?
So today I'm going to use a very general oil that we can use as almond oil, infused with his favorite scents, lavender and peppermint.
Yeah, I like peppermint.
Yes.
And lavender. Okay, so infusing it together, and benefits will be.
So lavender is very calming. I guess you are you work in a very stressful job. So lavender helps to calm. Peppermint is a very good pick-me-up. It's very refreshing.
Okay, so I feel relaxed and pick up at the same time.
It depends.
Confused, I end up being
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do that concoction, right? So Simon's going to teach us through that process. So I'm sure some of us have essential oil at home.
Yes.
If we don't have carrier oil, right, I'm sure you Google, you can find it somewhere on the internet. Alright, so we will share with you, like we say, if you like something like almond oil, good choice. Yeah. If you want something for the hair, argan oil, good start. Yeah. If you want something for elderly, shea nut butter. Okay. And now very popular in Singapore is jojoba oil from Middle East. Alright, so there are a lot of different other oils as well. In the time, maybe if we have time later, Simon's going to bring us through. But the more important part is then what to do with it. You know, we don't anyhow mix. We need to know the portion, how to do it, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to leave it to you, Simon, right? 我们会跟老师学习，那我们可以自己去选，那有哪一个油？香油、香精油，喜欢闻什么味道？有什么健康的意义呢？我们自己可以去寻找。我们等一下老师也会分享。So take that time to listen carefully, take down notes if you don't have all the ingredients. Take down so that you can decide your own recipe for your own DIY moisturizer. Alright, Simon, so are you ready to share with us more information?
Yes.
Yeah, you're ready to teach us?
Yes.
Okay, so we can be our own DIY moisturizer maker, right? So we take control, there's no additional unnecessary preservative or anything else that's bad for the skin. So listen carefully, enjoy this process, and then I'm sure you will have nicer and beautiful skin.
Okay, so everyone, for today's class, we're going to learn about DIY natural moisturizers for the body. Before I go into making the moisturizer, I want to talk a bit about safety. Because the oils we're using are very concentrated, so we always must take note to handle them properly. For example, on my side, I like to tell my students to use it two ways. The first way is through inhalation. So, there's this bowl that is always swirling with water. That machine is called a vaporizer. You actually can take some of these oils and drop a few drops, and then it will fill the room up with the aroma, and you can enjoy the benefits through inhalation. The other way is through the topical method. Topical means to apply on your skin, but because they are so concentrated, I wouldn't advise you to put direct on your skin. So you always should dilute inside a base product. Whether it's your shower gel or your carrier oils. For today's class is a moisturizer. So you can always come for other classes as well when we talk about how to blend with the other base products. But for today, we're talking about moisturizer. Okay, that's one point. The next point is, if you notice, all the bottles are dark colored. Why? Because the oils are very scared of the sun and strong heat. The sun will oxidize your oils and make it cloudy. So remember, always store in a cool, dark place. Okay, that's the safety part. Now let me go through on the equipment. So the equipment you need actually for today's class is quite simple. So if you want to do from home, it's quite easy. First, you will need some gloves. Okay. Second, you will need some droppers. As you mix your oils, you will need the droppers to measure the quantity. Third, you need an amber glass bottle. When we say amber, we mean this dark tint, so that you can prevent any direct sunlight from going to your oil and spoiling it. So example, it looks like this, right? Yeah. You can get all these equipment online. You just Google it, amber glass bottle for black cap. You've got many you can choose from. You can find the best price. The reason why we use glass is because it's one of the most inert material. So because it's so concentrated, you don't need to worry whether it interacts with plastic or anything like that. Yeah? Okay. Now we go into the moisturizer proper. So today we're going to use almond oil. Almond oil is rich in vitamin D, E, which is tocopherol, and a lot of nutrients to help soothe the skin irritations. So especially in our hot, dry weather, we always want something to help soothe and protect our skin. That's why I recommend today that we use almond oil. Okay. And Elson asked for lavender and peppermint. So I'm going to show you these two oils today. Okay. There are many ways, there are many types of lavender oil in the market. So, for example, lavender oil, there are different species and they come from different regions. So, generally, the higher you can find the plant in the French mountains, the more exquisite it is, the more expensive it is. Generally, people use that for therapeutic reasons. For today's purpose, you're just using for your body care. An average lavender oil is fine. Don't waste your money. Huh? Okay. Next, we have also peppermint oil. So peppermint oil is very nice because it's got a minty scent. It's very good to blend with your almond oil so that in the middle of the day, if you feel a bit down or after a heavy lunch, you feel a bit tired, it's very nice to smell the peppermint because it's quite refreshing. Okay, so now I'm going to talk a bit more about each of the ingredients. The first one is the almond oil. So very important because I've used many different types of oil. There are many different types of oil available in the market. So for example, for almond sweet oil, you must be very careful of the species. So the species here is actually called Prunus daucis. For this almond oil, it's from the USA. Next, we have lavender oil. Again, very important, take note of the species name. It's Lavandula officinalis. Yeah? Next, we have peppermint oil. The species name for peppermint oil is Mentha arvensis. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to mix your oils. I take my amber glass and I start putting in the carrier oil first. I always like bottles with this plastic nib. It helps secure the oil, so even if I tip, it doesn't leak. Because I have experience using these bottles, I know this bottle is 30 grams when I fill it up to the brim. So I'm going to fill it up now. And yes. Next, I'm going to blend my essential oils. How do you blend your essential oils? So, my experience, I always like to start low. If I want it stronger, I can add more. But I do not start high because once I put it in, I cannot take it out. So let's start with 1%. So 1% of 30 grams is 0.3 grams. So based on my experience, the dropper here is about 3 grams. So if I want to use just about 0.3 gram, it's about 1/3 of a gram. Okay, this is very useful for me when I need to make a lot of products. So I can use this to gauge. So when you talk about quantities so small, I would start looking at drops. So generally for this, based on my experience, it's about 12 drops. So I will split 4 drops for lavender oil and 8 drops for my peppermint. Four drops. Now I will take a new dropper. Remember, do not mix your droppers. Then you will corrupt the oil. You want your oil 100% pure and natural, yeah? Don't be careless. Now I'm going to drop 8 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Now the oil has gone into your carrier oil. You can see that it's formed a layer here. Okay? What you need to do is now close it up. You must always keep a clean workstation. have a towel roll ready. It's very useful, especially when you accidentally spill or if your family members spill the oils. Don't waste any material. Squeeze out all the last drops. Very precious oils. Now we need to make sure that it's blend uniformly. So how I like to do that is actually tilt it 20 times. This is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so
Hi,
why are
Elson.
you shaking, Simon?
Oh, okay. Because now you've added many different oils. They have different viscosity. You need to make sure that it's mixed uniformly.
Okay, okay.
That's why I'm mixing it now.
So about 20 times is good.
Yes. Many of my students say that this is actually good exercise for them at home. Since you got nothing to do, right? Yeah.
So when you done this oil, right? Once you shake it and you mix it, I leave it down there, and then I want to use it again. Do I have to shake 20 times?
No. By then it will have been uniform because it's oil. It will mix very
Kind
well.
of unified
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Okay, so this, what do you do? What do you teach us to do?
Yeah. So this is a moisturizer for the body.
Okay, okay. So I can use it for the body.
Yes, and especially your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially you're traveling a lot. Yes. Now you want to try?
Yeah. Okay, let's try.
Yes. I will give you a little dropper.
Okay.
You can get these droppers at the store.
So the
Yeah,
carrier oil is
almond oil.
almond, and then what are the essential oil that we put?
Lavender and peppermint.
Wow. Okay, lavender and peppermint.
Yeah.
Okay, two of the favorite that I have. So put it on my hand like that. See, it absorbs really well.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No shiny.
Yeah. Really no shiny there.
Yeah.
So no shiny is a good thing.
Yes.
Okay. So no shiny.
People don't want to have a greasy look
Yeah, lah, yeah.
like KFC chicken, you know.
Wow, it's actually very good, eh?
Yeah.
So how long does it last? Is there an expiration date?
Right. So natural products tend to not have any preservatives. So we advise our students to actually use it within 4 to 6 months.
4 to 6 months.
And point to note, make sure your hands are clean, especially if you have children in the house. You know, they like to touch everything,
Yes,
put
yes,
hand in the mouth. Then there's a lot of germs. If you touch the product will spoil faster.
How do I know when it's spoiled?
Very easy. So now it's very clear.
Correct.
When it spoils, we call it oxidization.
Yes.
What happens is the oil becomes cloudy or the smell turns off.
Okay, so milky,
Yes.
and then the smell off means smelly.
Different from what you remember it.
Okay. So that's a good gauge. Okay, so when it on its own, it lasts longer.
Yes.
Alright, so once we mix it together, 4 to 6 months. 所以你还没有掺的时候呢，它就没有那么快过期，因为这个是天然的东西，所以它没有防腐剂，它没有其他东西，它就不会耐超级的久哦。所以如果我们掺在一起的时候呢，我们要注意一下，只可以用4到6个月。那怎么知道它已经不能再用了呢？它的颜色就会变，有点像奶色这样哈，milky， 那味道就有点跟之前记得的味道是不一样。So I shouldn't use if it's spoiled.
Yes. And also the reason why it's 4 to 6 months is because we open and close every day, and we actually expose it to the elements.
Okay. So 4 to 6 months, but if it's spoiled and I notice that it's spoiling or already spoiled, I don't use it.
Yeah.
It's not good for the skin.
Yeah, not good.
Alright, so that's very, very important to know as well. Alright, so moisturizing only works, okay, if everything is good condition.
And fresh.
Alright, and fresh. Alright, so use it. Don't mix too much. Don't kiasu. Mix one big bottle. Then use. Then you notice all spoil wasted. Alright, so mix in small portion. Yeah, you mix and then you can try around, like we say, the different oils. Some suitable for hair, some is good for absorbing. Know your skin type. Yeah, and try whatever that works best for you. Then you have the formula for your skin. So I really want to take this time to thank Simon. Thank you, Simon, for sharing with us.
Yeah, Elsa, this is a little gift for you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Wow, okay, I have good skin now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back and use it day and night, right?
Yes.
Alright, so I think it's good to relax in a stressful environment that you said earlier.
Yes.
So go and mix your own concoction. Do something nice and sweet for yourself. Love yourself. and then if it's successful, then you go and love other people. Alright, you can do for many different people that you care for, and this is good because it's all natural. If you want to find the ingredients, Google online, I'm sure you'll be able to find something, alright? So I think this is one of the very interesting course that we have. I'm sure you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining us at e-learning at Virtual CC. We look forward to seeing you soon, and goodbye.